Hey everybody, welcome back to ViscountKdub's Pokemon Trainer Gauntlet. We are finishing up the Sage team in the Prime Cup, so let's get going with Battle 1. This battle is against Last Terry. And the only problem with her team is that it has Ampharos. We have a pretty special base team. I mean, I can't really use many of the flyers in this battle. I still have to rely on my two main leads, Thanatos and Ursula. Okay, so she sent out Ferroset. Fine. I can just use Fire Punch, be fine. Now, this was an accident. I didn't mean to use Thunderbolt. Sometimes when I film these right up in order, right after the other, things just happen that way. I'll get distracted and press the wrong button. Happens. So Zap Cannon hit, my Miracle Berry's gone, and he sets up Light Screen. Well, that sucks, because I can't really switch to anything good. I mean, I brought Fortunato, and I brought Ursula, but I can't get Ursula paralyzed. That wouldn't be good. So I guess I can keep going. Okay, now that he's missing with Zap Cannon, he might change up strategies. Like go for Fire Punch. It's a war of the Fire Punches. Now, I thought he would use, like, Zap Cannon. You know, something to take me down. Instead, he goes for Thunder Wave. Actually, kind of a smart move. So, I've got a paralyzed Pokemon. He's on his deathbed, so to speak. He's a ghost. And I switched to Fortunato because I assume he's going to use Fire Punch, but he goes for Zap Cannon, and I'm in trouble because it hits. Fortunato's out. I would have had a shot. I would have been able to take it down. Who uses Zap Cannon as the knockout move? He could have done it with Fire Punch. That's all I'm saying. Ursula gives him a Rifle Psychic hit right before he can set up Light Screen again. No, the last team is always annoying. Just because I don't know. You wouldn't expect one Pokemon to be their best. Usually they're all terrible. Alright, so this Wigglytuff has a slew of normal moves. Body Slam's the most threatening one. But it's protecting to use Disable, which didn't work. It almost never works. Plus, I'd still be using Psychic and doing over half anyway. So that's done.
Just one Pokemon remains.
Okay, and Azumarill can use Surf, Attract, Return, and Tail Whip. Well, it knows my defense is weak, but we're going to put it to sleep. Quick Claw. I don't know why, but I think Lovely Kiss just hits a lot more often than, say, Sleep Powder or Hypnosis. Well, definitely Hypnosis. That's only 60. 7. I don't know. I forget. We get a lucky special defense drop, and Azumarill is out of this pageant. I'm still kind of irked that she used Zap Cannon as the knockout move, and I lost a Pokemon on Battle 1. That is so annoying. You try to throw in some strategy. Okay, So we're on to Black Belt Yang. His team is very textbook. It's all about using Detect on the very first move, giving me ample opportunity to set things up. But the problem is, I can set things up, but only certain combinations work. So that's why I'm going with Aerith first. This Nidoking is just gonna either swap out or, yeah. Yang's favorite is his Wobbuffet. He will take it into any battle. So I raised Aerith's agility just so I can pass it on later. Definitely is gonna trap him. Now it's a matter of time. Thankfully, Safeguard does not protect from Perish Song. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So all I have to do is use Perish Song and Ring Trap him. This is what Samara does. Went right through the Safeguard. We're good. And Destiny Bond won't work as a counter either, which is nice. I'm just using filler moves. Awesome enough that I have both Ghost Pokemon on my team, and they're pretty much helpless against. Well, his fighting types are helpless against my ghosts. They really don't have a counter to it. So I can send in Gengar. He can pretty much take on anything. The only thing that's trouble would be the Nidoking. Are you kidding? Alright, cue the Detect. Filler. Hitmonlee cannot damage me at all. All fighting types and Mega Kick. So it's just Detect for days. There it is again. I don't know if there's a battle where I didn't end up with an extra continue on this battle. I might have lost to the Wobbuffet best Destiny Bond once or twice. That is 4 Detects. He's got one more move before he becomes totally useless. Oh, he's switching already. I hope I used the right move. And I did. Now I could definitely switch to Samara and Perish Trap him again. Actually, in fact, that was a free switch. But Thanatos is doing just fine. But he's getting pretty lucky with these Detects. Multiple Detects decrease in accuracy, effectiveness. Success rate. Okay. Hey, we got a burn. This Nidoking is helpless. It's not the elemental punching one from the Poke Cup. No. He's got Double Kick, Toxic, and Horn Drill. That's pretty bad for a Nidoking. So we're just going to ride this out. So the only way this Hitmonlee can ever win would be the struggle strats, because it is out of detects. This continue did not feel earned. I just mean that it's too easy of a battle. It's like, this is the trainer that got to the 2nd seed, huh? Alright, Birdkeeper Adam is up next. Ursula is going to do wonders against these guys, along with Thanatos, as they usually do. Electric, Ice, great combination. But just in case anything goes wrong, we have Thanatos. Gligar isn't a huge problem, although it does have Feint Attack. Oh, another burn. What luck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, boy. This is why I brought Mortimer. Yeah, my defense goes down, but your defense is terrible. Finish him off with a wing attack and then burn damage. I'm surprised he didn't go for Feint Attack earlier. Please no Aerodactyl. Okay. Well, I'm speedier than he is, so I can at least hope for confusion. Hey, we got it. Time to switch. He won't use Earthquake. Well, oh, no. Wow, okay, that is so close. I didn't want to chance a Thunderbolt, so I used Destiny Bond. But now I don't have to, since I know I'm going first. So I'm going to knock it out with a Thunderbolt. It will definitely knock it out this time. Ooh, even a crit. I kind of hope it's something weak. That's not weak. What do you do? Either switch out or Destiny Bond. That's the option. And I can't switch to Ursula. So, this is my way out. As cheap as it is, it works. Such a cruel thing to do on the last Pokemon, but it is kind of funny that it works. This one little shadow Pokemon can do so much. See, that more or less felt like an actual battle. I mean, Black Belt Yang. Makes sense that he's out. Alright, on to the Hypnosis Trainer, Cool Trainer Floria. Who came up with these names? Floria? I've never heard that. Stantler is usually her lead, and Ace... So Thanatos has a Miracle Berry, so we're gonna be fine. We can give him a big old Thunderbolt. Oh! Oh, no. Hang on. It's still there. Okay, that hurts. Might as well chance the Quick Claw. We're good. But if I'm being serious, I really don't want to cheese the wins with fainting tactics, like death tactics, if I don't have to. This Clefable knows Hidden Power, Thunder Punch, and Fire Blast. Not a huge threat, but I can't really switch out to Ursula. And it's got leftovers.
One Pokemon is still capable of going up. The other one looks tired. The trainer is switching Pokemon.
So if you're going to play special games, it's time you watch the video. Samara's going to get you.
Oh no, that Pokemon can't be switched.
Fablance is trapped. Oh, but we're well, crap, we're asleep. Oh, Mintberry. I swapped that item out. It's no longer a Bitterberry. Alright. We're trapped. Can't do a thing about it. Put me to sleep if you want. I don't care. Samara's just there to absorb any attacks that you use. And even then, I'm going to use Pain Split. You got one turn left.
What's this? The hit blast right off. The very strong countdown is 1.
Yes, it is. So I have no choice but to switch to Ursula in this case. Thankfully, she can't be put to sleep. Not too bad, actually. That's what off-typing damage gets you. Even from 120 power. There we go. Victory Bell's all about status.
The number of remaining Pokemon is 3 to 1.
Ice Beam's the stronger move, so we knocked that out. And we are halfway done with the Prime Cup, my friends. I didn't think that battle would actually require Perish Chopping, but there is this insidious joy I get from using it. I doubt we'll need it against the Fisherman, though. Gengar can take them all, along with Ursula. Seriously, we'll be able to take everything with just those two. Unless we encounter another Houndoom. Another leadoff with Thanatos. Alright, so Lantern, we can use Giga Drain. Just keep regaining health. Great damage. Glad she's going for Surf instead of Spark or something, some paralysis tactic. Full health. Practically. Wow. That just seems weaker than what it was. But I need all the health I can get, so... Now, it would be great if you brought in one that was water flying. And there it is.
It's a fierce battle.
We can answer that very easily.
It's the last with only one hit.
Now let's hope it's either the Gyarados or the Quagsire. There it is.
This is the last Pokemon.
No Dragonite this
The
time.
number of remaining Pokemon is 3 to 1.
This is a completely flawless battle.
That settles this battle.
No bites for you.
And there goes the battle.
I brought Aerith along because it's sort of neutral support. I could use it against the Dragonite. Let's move on to Battle 6 against Scientist Craig, who loves to experiment with confusion. But hopefully we'll confound him first with our ghostly tactics. Samara is going to be useful. Thanatos has a Miracle Berry, so that's obligatory. Mortimer's faster. I could actually employ Toxic Tactics.
Round 6 is about to be underway. Many trainers have fallen by the wayside, leaving just 8 to reach the quarterfinals.
Excellent, excellent. It's not the Electrode. And we go first. Wow. Outspeeding a Crobat. I love it. So close, so close. We still got to eat up our Miracle Berry. That's fine. Inconvenient, but fine. Alright, what else you got, Craig? Alright, we can put on some decent damage. We can outspeed Ninetales. It did do little damage. How could that be? Alright, Ninetales likes to trap and use with Fire Spin, and then use Flamethrower until death. So I'll bring in my Crobat. I can't really tell, but I think my Crobat's just a little bit darker. I probably should have used Confuse Ray there. But I kind of just wanted to see this thing faint. Because if it faints, then I can bring in Ursula. I was thinking about that option. But I'm like, I'm only 2 moves away. I can do it. And actually, I can just swap right back out the Thanatos. Not even gonna try trapping. Doesn't have the HP to do it. But Ninetales is down. 9 lab.
Just one Pokemon remains.
Alright, Persian. Iron Tail, Screech, and Slash, along with Swagger. I get a few Thunderbolts in, we're fine. Well, it's not going to use Slash, so I'll just switch right back to Mortimer. Oh, wait. I forgot about this. Yeah, I swapped to Jinx. That might have been an accident, too. I don't know. Because I knew I wasn't going to outspeed it. But I get an Ice Beam. Persian's gone. Man, that was a dumb move. I should have just switched right back to Mortimer. That's the distractiveness I was talking about. I'm not a bad trainer, honest. Or battler. I make calculated decisions every once in a while. I can't slip. I can't really afford to slip up because I have a limited continue count right now, and we're entering much more difficult territory here with the skier. Kathy's team just has so many psychic types and ice moves. I can bring in Fortunato, but he can't really take on something like Lapras or Jinx. So we'll see how this goes.
Semifinals begin. Despite the numerous battles, the remaining Pokemon still look ready for more.
So he starts with Mr. Mime. I sort of correctly predicted that because she loves to set this thing up. Double team.
It raised his evasiveness.
But he's trapped. And again, I don't know if Pear Song can miss on double team. Because it didn't there. It's fine. This is where Samara has that advantage of being the pure ghost type, taking on these psychics. Like, she can live. She's pretty self-sustaining. We'll protect a little bit.
Passing the baton to another Pokemon.
This ought to be good. Okay. That's neat. Isn't that great you passed that on?
The commands are made. The combatants split their HP equally.
You can take an earthquake.
Great hit. The Periscope countdown is 1. The white-hot battle continues.
Now, as long as Piloswine doesn't use, like, Blizzard or something, I think we're going to be fine. Unfortunately, the only other option that I have to switch out to is Ursula, who can't take an earthquake really well.
A sharp attack. Yes, it's a hit.
But we do have leftovers.
The Periscope countdown has dropped to 0. Oh, it collapsed.
I would have been able to take that top Piloswine. Man, I would love to Perish Trap him.
The number of remaining Pokemon is 3 to 2.
So I think I will.
Here comes the Pokemon Switch. The Pokemon appears with a crop.
Look at all that glorious HP ready to use
What would do?
Pain Split on.
No good.
I knew he'd go for Body Slam on the Switch.
Oh no, that Pokemon can't be switched.
Jinx is just that weak.
What's this? That inflicted some damage. There's a big HP difference between the two combatants.
Might as well use Pain Split right now.
Their HP equally.
Look at all that HP recover. We're fine.
That was good. A hot battle is unfolding.
Parasong.
There's the attack.
Start that countdown.
Both Pokemon will face in 3 turns. What would do? That's it.
And now it's a waiting game.
Sparks are flying from
This is the best part of it. We'll protect, eat up another Ice Beam.
Oh, that's the Ice Beam. No, that didn't connect. The white-hot battle
And we'll use Pain Split once again.
the combatants split their HP equally. What's this? Great hit. The Periscope countdown is 1.
And because the computer's too stupid to call types upon switching,
This Pokemon is switching out. This Pokemon
we'll give Ursula another shot. But she gets a critical hit. Oh man.
Countdown has dropped to 0. Oh, it collapsed.
Ursula's been the punching bag again in this battle. That's unfortunate.
There's only one Pokemon left to come out. The Pokemon emerges from the Pokeball. It's down to the last Pokemon now. It restored HP with some leftovers.
Now this Mr. Mime can only use Psybeam. So we're gonna put it to sleep.
Uh-oh, it fell asleep. Ah, it can't move. That little nap certainly made the action one-sided.
I thought about switching.
Folks, get ready to go.
We're gonna just pummel it with some Ice Beams.
There's the attack.
Screw that double team tactics.
It's fast asleep and can't be moved. A hot battle is unfolding. Vicious attack.
And it took 2.
That one good.
And that was the skier battle.
No more remaining Pokemon. And there goes the battle.
I was surprising. I got 2 Perish Trapped deaths in this battle. I'm usually not that lucky. But Pain Split, man, keeps us in the game. They literally only have 1 turn or 2 to get through and knock out Samara. Alright, but the mother of all battles is Marty, the cool trainer of the Prime Cup, with his awesome Mew, his Tyranitar, Starmie, Umbreon. I wouldn't include Umbreon, but this will determine whether or not the Sage team gets a flawless run. And I'm starting with Samara, none other than... Oh, Tyranitar. This is a tough call.
They're ready to go.
I just wanted to see what he's gonna do. Oh, it's a female Tyranitar. Let's start the countdown. This will at least prompt a switch.
There it goes. That had to hurt. The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle. It assumes a protective pose.
We'll protect. Pain Split on the crunch again.
Oh, that's a miss. They're both hanging tough. The combatants split their HP equally.
Excellent.
A powerful blow. Oh,
Yeah, that does.
defense is down.
That's doing a lot.
First song countdown is 1.
Okay, so we're both gonna switch out, I'm assuming.
The trainer switching Pokemon.
There he goes.
Oh, it's you! The other trainer is also changing Pokemon.
Right on cue, there's the Mew.
Oh, it's Gengar!
And we have
Pokemon
Thanatos.
ended the Periscope. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle?
I didn't expect him to bring out Mew so early.
That Pokemon must not have been the right choice.
He's definitely gonna go for a stab move.
Oh, it's Jake!
And that's what I brought Ursula for.
Not very effective. It's restored HP with some leftovers.
No time for substitutes.
Pokemon fair. Oh,
But I am gonna Lovely Kiss.
uh-oh, it fell asleep. It used a Miracle Berry.
Having Mew asleep is gonna be very powerful.
Hit, that was good. A hot battle is unfolding. What now?
Let's try again.
Uh-oh,
We
it
get
fell
it.
asleep.
Mew's asleep.
Ah, it can't move. That little nap will certainly make the action one-sided.
Now we can substitute.
Ah, it made a substitute. It's fast asleep and can't
Turn
be
2
moved.
of sleep. Now we just blast
No
him.
competitor. What to do? Great hit. It woke up.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, Earthquake. The substitute.
That's enough to knock out Ursula, huh?
Was used up. The heated action continues.
Better use Lovely Kiss again.
What's that? Oh,
Again, it keeps hitting. That's great.
Ah, it can't move.
set up another substitute.
Ah! It made a substitute. It's fast asleep and
Turn
can't
2
be
of
moved.
sleep. Rinse and repeat.
It's a fierce battle. What's this? Nice to get some damage.
Exceptionally
Still
powerful.
snoozing.
Okay, so this is it. We're gonna knock out
The
Mew,
white hot battle continues.
and he'll most likely send in the Tyranitar.
That's it. Oh, and down it goes. We're eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokemon. Oh, it's Starmie.
Oh, okay. Starmie was kind of unexpected.
The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle. How's that?
Psychic isn't gonna do much.
That was diverted to the substitute. There's the attack. Uh-oh, it fell asleep.
This Starmie has Bright Powder, annoyingly enough.
How will this map affect this battle? Ah,
So
it can't
Ursula's
move.
gonna keep on trucking.
What's that? That was weak.
I hope to lower its special defenses,
It still won't wake up.
but I kind of have to be ready just in case he swaps over to Tyranitar.
That didn't accomplish much.
Meanwhile, Ursula's getting her health back.
Both getting ready to go. It woke up.
Yep. I knew he was gonna wake up.
What's next? The substitute took the hit. The substitute was
2
used
psychics,
up.
the sub's gone.
What's next?
But we're right on cue. We're ready.
Sleep again.
This is excellent luck.
The
I've
heat
never
action
seen.
continues.
This is great.
It's fast asleep and can't be moved.
We're gonna get 1 turn of attack here,
Ah, it made a substitute.
or 2.
It's a fierce battle. It's still snoozing. How's that? It's not very effective.
Ice beams at this point.
The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle. It still won't wake up.
Wow. 3rd turn of sleep. You're done.
Yes, it's a hit. Oh, and down it goes.
Ursula's got this. She's, well, up to a point.
The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon. It's down to the last Pokemon now.
Now, I have a free turn against Tyranitar. Either I can blast him with Ice Beam and see how much it does.
There's the shot.
Don't want to count out the Quick
That
Claw.
was diverted to the substitute. Oh,
Or I can put him to sleep.
disappeared. What to do? Uh-oh, it fell asleep.
Ho ho ho. Big guy's asleep.
That little map is
Sorry, big woman.
one-sided. This Pokemon is switching up.
I'm swapping out. At this point, I'm making him watch the video.
Pokeball. Ah, it can't move. How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare? It's still snoozing.
Another Quick Claw hit.
How's that? All Pokemon to faint in 3 turns.
We're just ending this battle.
The white hot battle continues.
Gonna use Protect just in case he uses Crunch.
It still won't wake up.
Uh-oh. I just gotta squeeze by one last turn before that switch.
It assumes a protective pose.
Protect twice in a row worked.
It finally woke up. There it goes. Whoops, that missed.
Dodge a
Their
crunch.
countdown is 1.
And this is it.
A hot battle is unfolding.
It really doesn't matter. I can try for Protect one more time, but it's not gonna work.
With their HP equally.
Oh my god, he used Earthquake instead of using Crunch again.
The Terrorstone countdown has dropped to 0.
Oh well, we were both gonna faint. But that's the end.
They both go down. That's a double knockout.
Who knew Pair Strapping would actually finish this off? I thought it was gonna be Destiny Bonds. The Sage team has conquered the Prime Cup. No more pagodas. The training's done. We're enlightened now, friends. Given their flawless journey, it would seem the Sage team has a bit of wisdom to it after all. As the teams got more difficult, pair trapping became a more viable tactic, much to my surprise. As cheap as the moves that transcend battle mechanics are concerned, they won battles. Of course, this was accomplished with the team's ace, Gengar. whose advantages are numerous. Great type coverage, great special attack, great speed, and even a way out of a dire situation with Destiny Bond. He's honestly a welcome addition on any team. Moving to the runner-up in effectiveness is Jinx. And while she is powerful and did make a good partner for Gengar, swapping Gengar out for her was always a risky move, given her poor defenses. She needed time to set herself up, and time is just something you don't always have in a battle. Just ask Mischievous. While Generation 2 is based around stall tactics, Mischievous can only stall for so long. The most Pokemon I ever got to faint with Mischievous is 2, and that was pushing her limits already. In the Master Ball round, the Sage team gets an Umbreon, who I think is going to make for an even better partner later on with its durability. In the battles I used him, Crobat was able to effectively stall as well, given his amazing speed. And while he can take a hit or two, confusion is always a coin flip at the end of the day. Still, Crobat was a great Saboteur who was able to spread status around when I needed it. As for Murkrow, he sort of served as the Psychic Shield, and that's about it. Although, I'm not going to fault him for taking on and defeating a Houndoom. That was legitimately impressive. You know, it was nice having a Dark Shield for once too, to take a crunch for the team. And while he couldn't always fight back effectively, he had some niche uses that helped out every so often. And that leaves the weakest link in the Ghastly Coven, Ariados. I don't mean to hate on this awesome looking spider. He even fits the creepy theme the team is going for. It's just that once again, we have a team that doesn't need baton passers, and yet it has one, and all it passes is speed, which the aces really don't need. All it's left with was becoming a physical attacker, launching sludge bombs, and even then, I hardly needed him. And apparently, the Sage didn't either. He gets replaced by an Umbreon on the Master Ball team. But regardless of the shortcomings of this team, they were still flawless throughout, and I tip my hat to them for using strategies that I didn't think would work. Let's hope that in Series 17, the male Pokefan and his crew of slow Pokemon can find a viable strategy as equally effective as the Sage's. I can hardly wait. And that does it for the Pokemon Gauntlet for now. I am ViscountKdub. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content, and let me know what you thought of the Sage team. Evidently, if you can focus the power inside, even a Sage can become a Pokemon Master. Until next time, everybody.